You like UU matches? Great. You like short UU matches? Even better, because I got something for you. But it's against a guy by the name of Cksmoove. Figured I'd give you some space throughout the week with the rest of those games. But I had this one in my folder. I got a lot of UU matches. I have probably the most out of all the tiers that I have saved up, like, in my folder. I kind of want to say that UU is like dominating everything by like 85%, and then got some challenge cups thrown in, but other than that, it's mostly UU. So next time I stream, I'm probably not gonna take UU. But here's what we got. As you can see, stuff. I just decided to bring double intimidators again in Yanmega, because Yanmega has proved itself time and time again to be an excellent asset to my team. So I'm gonna go ahead and lead off with Ambipom, predicting his Claydol. Now I don't actually rock the taunt on this one, but I can go for the fake out and the U-turn and go into Yanmega to get some decent damage. If he really wants to predict the Yanmega that aggressively, he might go for the Ice Beam if he has it. Other than that, maybe a Psychic, but I don't see Yanmega being OHKO'd immediately after I U-turn. So I'm going to go for that, but here's the hitch. I get a crit on turn 2, and we talked about this for, well, not me and him directly, but everyone in the stream kind of talked about this for like 20 to 30 minutes, and I'm still going to stick by my guns that this really didn't end up mattering too much, because if he did get his Stealth Rocks up right now, I still would have been in before Rocks. I definitely could have threatened him out with the Bug Buzz. I'd be willing to say that anything that took a Bug Buzz other than Claydol on this next turn definitely wouldn't have liked to take an Air Slash or a Giga Drain immediately after, just because Yanmega is it's pretty boss. So right here, I don't really understand this play either, that he's trying to Dragon Dance against a speed booster. So he's kind of wasting his time trying to match the speed, even though I already have the +1 from the previous turn when I was in against the Kingdra initially, if I'm not mistaken. But as you can see right there, I go for a Bug Buzz. It does a pretty hefty chuck to Lantern, to the point where I feel pretty confident that I'm going to be able to take it out with the Giga Drain. So that's what I'm going to go for. If I end up dying, so be it, but I really do think at 50% that I got this on lockdown, especially because Giga Drain's at a nice base power. I get a crit here too. Not really sure how much this mattered, because I mean, it is coming from a modest full special attack Yanmega with Life Orb and whatnot. So maybe not. I know Lantern can be kind of bulky, so I don't know. Maybe on the fence about that if he had like 10% more HP. But in comes Raikou, familiar matchup that we saw from yesterday. I just really don't like it when Raikou set up subs and Calm Minds, which is why I'm going to go ahead and go for a Bug Buzz. I also get the special defense drop on this one, oddly enough, but he's going to end up going for the Hidden Power Ice as opposed to setting up if he does have the setup moves on this thing. But hey, at least I get a decent chunk off, and speaking of, Chunk's going to be in here to do the last chunk of damage, although that's not what he's named for. He is the Chunky Monkey, which is my favorite flavor of Ben & Jerry's, in case anyone would like to know that for whatever random reason. But there you go, the Chunky Monkey takes another kill with a nice little chunk of health right there. And he's going to go into his Darmanitan, which I'm assuming the way he brings it in, it's going to be Scarf. So Ambipom is really only good for Fake Out and things slower than it, you turning on them, attacking them, and such. So I figure the best thing to deal with this generally is Hitmontop. I could go into Arcanine, which I kind of think would be able to take a Flare Blitz better. But as for the other 3 moves, if you know he was going to end up going for an Earthquake or a Rock Slide, predicting that, I think Hitmontop is the better dude for the job overall. So I mean, it really depends what he's going to go for, but I feel safer going into that for now. So he decides to go into Raikou. I believe I go for a close combat, which I do. I was just under the mindset, you know, that whatever he was going to do at that point, I think he ended up, what did he go for? The Superpower? Yeah, so Superpower wasn't going to hurt that bad. I wasn't going to go for Sucker Punch, and it ends up cleaning out Raikou, so that's kind of cool. Don't get any hazards up, which would be nice for Darmanitan, but hey. So now that he's allowed to switch up moves, I'm pretty sure he's going to end up going for the Flare Blitz because it's his stab. I don't really think he's going to go for the Earthquake or the Rock Slide, but he does go for the Flare Blitz because this is a bulky Arcanine without Flash Fire. I am able to take the hit decently, but even with the ability, I wouldn't be taking any damage, but it does better against everything else. And that's not to say I really took a lot from it anyway, so it's fine. I'm gonna go into his Scrafty. I think Scrafty's the second one. Go for a Flamethrower. Does a decent chunk. This thing's not really meant to like get Okos or anything like that, but he starts setting up in my face, and this is a little scary. Had I missed both of these Will-O-Wisps, this would have been a huge problem, but I do go for a Will-O-Wisp right now. I know for a fact that he's only at +1. This thing is way bulkier, and it does need a couple of Dragon Dances to get the ball rolling, so at least I got through the Lumberry. He's gonna go for a Stab Crunch right there. Doesn't really end up doing too much, as you can see, and since I'm 2 for 2 on the Will-O-Wisp, this thing is effectively neutered. You know, I don't really think he's gonna be a DD rest set with Shed Skin. I definitely think he's going to be DD Moxie with Lumberry, which is why you rock the Lumberry on that thing. But as you can see, Drain Punch isn't really doing too much either. I'm definitely going to be able to out-survive this thing and go for a couple of Morning Suns. Flamethrowers, those in tandem with each other, is going to be able to wear this thing down fairly quickly because the Drain Punch recovery he's getting is not really equivalent to the amount of damage he's taken from burn as well. And since we saw Lumberry's not leftover, it's going to be pure burn damage as opposed to being offset a little bit by the lefties. But he decides to go for Crunch on this one, I think hoping for the defense drop. That kind of makes a lot of sense. But a Flamethrower actually takes him out with a crit, so we kind of expedite that by a couple of turns. Not that it really ends up mattering too much anyways. So he's going to go into his Darmanitan, which I believe is his last one. Now, I am kind of tempted to stay in to fodder this thing out, but the way I thought about it, it was like, if he's going to bring it in, he's either going to go for the Earthquake or the Rock Slide. I'll be immune to one of them and resist the other one with Flygon, so I should be okay, especially if he is a Scarf variant. So he goes for a Rock Slide, has no chance of getting the flinch owing to sheer force, and I'm just going to go ahead and be able to take him out with an Earthquake. This is an E-Belt Flygon, so guess it does take him out from full HP. Anyways, that is the game. This is another UU match, because I have plenty of UU match. We're just gonna fucking call this UU weeks, even if I don't have as many as I think I do. Let me check right now. That is, oh hey, what a surprise, that's a UU match. I think it's an NU match. That's another UU match. That is another UU match. Wouldn't you fucking know it, that's either a Challenge Cup or a UU match. I got plenty of these things. Good. And then, oh yeah, I forgot about these two up here. Those are UU as well, so it looks like all I really have is UU. So hope you guys enjoyed it though. If you did, you are welcome to leave a like, rating, comment, and subscribe, and do your thing, that kind of shit. And I guess I'll see you guys tomorrow.